Hi, it's Frank from Mann Lake, and I'm here in the northeastern part of the country. It's the beginning of July. We're coming to the end of our honey flow, so there's a few things we need to do. Number one, we need to pull our honey. So when we go to do this, the best way to do it, we know that this hive is going to be full of bees. When we go to pull this honey, we want to get the bees out of there so we could pull these boxes with minimal bees in there. Best way to do it, a fume board and one of the fumigants that causes the bees to leave the super. This is Fisher's Bee Quick. We have several others, they all work. The key is to spray the underside of this, put it on top of here to get the bees out. When you put it on there, it only takes a few minutes and the bees will leave. And the reason why we want to do this time of year is because our flow is coming to an end. Once we come into a nectar dearth, the bees will start eating this honey. So we're going to pull our honey. We've got some nice frames of honey here. So we're going to pull this and we're going to take that back and do our extracting at some point. But we're going to pull these supers off of here using this fume board. Like I said, we'll spray the underneath, we'll put it on here, leave it on for a few minutes, it'll drive the bees out. We'll take the super off, put it on the next one and continue till we get all these supers off. The very last one, if you've got a queen excluder under here, take the queen excluder off before you get the bees out. That slows them down from getting through there. Once we've got this broken down where all of our supers are off, and now we've got our 2 brood boxes, we're in a dearth. It's our opportunity to do several things. One of them is treat for mites. So before I start doing my treatments, I'm going to shake some bees out of there. I'm going to do a check for mites with my mite check, easy check. Count my mites, see what my count is, write it down for my colonies. Then I'm going to come in and use the mite treatment of my choice, your choice, whatever you want to use, whatever works for the bees, doesn't matter. But you're going to use that, and I like early July to treat for mites because there's no flow up here. So we can use any treatment we want. Gives us a really good choice. We get that mite count knocked way, way down. We're going to get these bees ready to go into winter. We're starting in summer to get them ready for winter, clean up those mites. So we'll take care of our mites. And the other thing we need to do and think about, during the dearth, not only do we not have nectar, generally we don't have a lot of pollen either. We know our bees need both pollen and nectar to raise brood. We want that hive to continue to build through that dearth. So I put a patty on all of my colonies. Now this time of year, in the dearth, in the middle of summer, I'm going to put it between my 2 brood boxes. And I'll usually put 2 of these patties in there. And I'll put some sort of feeder on there, whether it be a top feeder, you know, where I can put a gallon or more at a time, an entrance feeder, a frame feeder, doesn't really matter. Just feed those bees because they need both. They need that sucrose from that sugar syrup and they need that protein from these pollen patties to raise brood. We want to get this hive clean. We want it to keep growing and be healthy for when we start coming into our fall flow up here, which will start, if you've got knotweed, just before Labor Day. If you don't, and you only have goldenrod, just after Labor Day. But we've got basically 6 weeks to get our mites cleaned up, get our honey pulled, get our mites cleaned up, get our bees strong and healthy for the fall flow and the upcoming winter. That's all there is to it. It's been a pretty good flow. It's coming to an end now, and hopefully you've got a lot of honey on your colonies. Thanks, and if you like this video, please subscribe, and if you want to see something else, let us know and we'll do it.